Just going to see if we're streaming here, guys. I don't know here.
You just refresh YouTube. Well, yeah. There you go.
Dad's a bit of a boomer.
Yeah.
This is our first live session, everyone. So hopefully it goes well.
Yeah. Yeah, like that.
Is that us?
Yeah. Or you can't. Oh, wait, I think you have to go on a different account. Wait, go on your other account.
Okay.
No, you.
I know, I got all your accounts here.
Yeah. And yeah, this is our first time doing a live stream, guys, so.
Okay, there we go.
So it might be a little bit delayed, so. Okay. Just seeing if it's all live. Okay. So it's. Okay, so.
Oh, we're really delayed there, Dominic.
No, you want it delayed. We want it checking the comments.
Okay. Okay, so here we are, one watcher, and that's us. So we could wait for other people, but more than likely, well, we'll see what we get.
Yeah.
Right?
So we can wait for other people.
As you can see, the Ferrari is directly behind us. This might be a video that other people watch later. We haven't had a video up for quite a while. It's been easily, 1 month?
Yeah.
And we're kind of stuck. And we're stuck because of the budget. So I kind of have to do a little bit more work, create some funds. Our YouTube channel is real, guys. And I know some of the big YouTubers started where we are. And but we're still there. And the struggle is real to create a supercar from a crashed condition to a vehicle that's back on the road.
Yeah.
And in real life, I'm not saying the other YouTubers are not real, but they don't have the pressures that we have with finances anymore. Mm-hmm. We're grateful for the 217 subs that we do have. It's awesome. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We hope that grows. But realistically, we haven't been able to create a YouTube channel that assists us in the build process of the car financially. So what's been happening, I have a full-time job. We all know that. I think I've spoke about this many times as a fireman paramedic. So it's a full-time gig. I try and do the videos during that time, but I also have a company that we discussed earlier that I work on construction sites, movie sets, and all that kind of stuff. So I've been pretty busy. When I'm not working my full-time job as a paramedic fireman, I am working at the other gigs. So yeah, the city Calgary down south has been pretty busy with productions. I haven't gone on set too often, but I'm definitely supplying the industry with some products. Now Dominic, he's back in school. We had an awesome summer. Where did we all go?
Europe.
And where in Europe?
Britain, Germany, Greece, and France.
So
all those places.
So we did that in the whole month of June. And while we did that, we got back, and I believe we did one video after we got back. Isn't that right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and that was the video that we finally got the airbags figured out. So the airbag situation finally got addressed. It was, for anybody that may have not seen that video, it was the airbag passenger light that's in the dome light. So we got that ordered from Euro Parts. Great guys. Love your help. It's been awesome. It saved me a lot of money from going to the local Ferrari shop, which is Ferrari of Alberta, which I had great experiences with. They diagnosed that issue. So that was very helpful. They were a really good, friendly bunch of guys. And I also heard they help out another YouTuber that's in England. So they have a connection between England and Alberta. And I believe that's Radarosa.
Yeah.
They kind of deal with a little bit there. So correct. Well, that's what I was told. So if, Scott Radarosa, if that's incorrect, please let us know. But it sounds like you kind of help each other out with some 308 and some older parts. So yeah, we got that airbag issue fixed after our Europe trip, which was amazing. Next time we definitely have to get Italy on track, and maybe go see the Ferrari area and Ferrari World. I don't know if anybody's been to that amusement park. Let us know what it's like. Maybe we can persuade Mom to go there. So that being said, my wife, his mother, is not a big lover of this vehicle. It's put us in a spot that it's made everything pretty tight to be able to go on trips or do anything. So this car right now is basically controlling our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so she doesn't have the passion that I do. Dominic, big news for Dominic. I know this is a little bit off topic from the Ferrari that's behind us. We'll get more into that. This gentleman here finally got his learner's permit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay, congratulations. So we have a new driver in the house. So that's awesome. So yeah, back to the Ferrari project. You know, we bought this car in, what was it, 2 years ago coming spring. We got onto it pretty quick. I had a lot of parts lined up, and we got the car from Dallas. I went to go pick it up from Montana, which was a great experience. And then we kind of got into it, and things were going quite well. Got all the parts lined up from eBay. Euro Spares was a little bit later, that connection that I found. And Fur Parts have been great to us. We've got a lot of used parts from them. So yeah, I made a lot of good connections with parts, but a lot of it was just going off eBay. So I don't know if anybody watching or will be watching, if you want to do a project like this, those are two great, well, eBay is great. And watching videos from Matt Armstrong,
Yeah.
Radarosa, what was it? Another Goon Squad, TJ Hunt was another great one to watch. Just the process of rebuilding a 458 Ferrari, which helped us out a lot.
Yeah.
So that's what we kind of wanted to do, was create a channel that, well, father and son sharing the love of cars. Dominic is, now that he's driving, his love of cars is grown and is growing. We kind of wanted to create this YouTube channel to promote that, hey, you know what, anybody can do a project like this. It is costly, it is demanding, especially learning the YouTube stuff, which obviously maybe we, let's talk about that. I don't know, we haven't learned it that well because our reach to the specific audience isn't that great. We don't get pushed by the YouTube algorithm that well. We try to create interesting thumbnails and titles, but to no avail. Our reach seems to go quite flat. But again, the 217 subs, we are super grateful, and we hope to keep moving here pretty soon. So we're basically stuck at this point. We're, of course, I destroyed the one back hub. We got that fixed. I've kind of gone through, I'm being picky. We knew the left front hub was bent, because when we turned the wheel, it did get slowed down in certain portions. So we got that corrected. Basically, kind of what happened there, I'm kind of I found out that a lot of California parts are the same with 458. Not all of them, but the ones, the lower control arm in the front are replaced because there was a small bend in the ball joint connection. So I kind of started also looking for California parts that shared with the 458.
Yeah.
And I found sometimes those parts are actually a little bit cheaper. So right now, the budget consists of, I'm going to want to replace the right passenger hub, because maybe I'm being picky, but when I do turn the hub, there's just a slight catch to it. Even though the dial gauge didn't really show us much of a measurement change, but it did, it does have a catch. So I just want to make sure when this car goes for inspection, when we're completely done, I want it to pass with flying colors. I want this car to be as good as it came off the factory line. It's going to be pretty much factory except for the previous owner that upgraded the rims. And that's another news item that we never really discussed yet, I don't think. I'm getting old, I kind of forget what we do talk about. Who did we get in contact with, Dominic? Do you remember?
Adarosa or
No.
some other YouTuber.
No. Dominic might not remember.
I don't
He hasn't
remember.
spoken to him. We actually tracked down the original owner of this vehicle in Dallas, Texas. And great guy. We hit it off. We did a FaceTime video. He kind of explained what happened during the accident. It sounds like during a heavy rainstorm in Dallas, he hydroplaned and basically vehicle, sounds like he hit a vehicle on the side and then got pushed into the concrete barricade. So as a fireman, that's what we kind of figured probably did occur, maybe not the hydroplaning portion, but he also stated he might have video of that incident somewhere. I believe he's still looking for that. But man, we've talked a few times. We chatted via text. Maybe he's on this live stream. I'm not too sure. But the plan is to eventually get this gentleman interviewed and we could talk. And we do have plans for him to come up to Canada to look at this car. He has some parts for me. Right on. Shout out to Jason, the previous owner. He has key, a second key, which is going to save us a ton of money. He has some floor mats for the vehicle. He also has, man, he has the actually second set of original tires and rims, which we might discuss purchasing. But yeah, a lot of these small items that would have just taken the budget up and up and up, he's willing to bring with him when he comes to Canada, and at no cost. So shout out to Jason. And he sent me a lot of pictures of the vehicle prior to the accident, got a lot of history of it, and he actually mentioned that he would love to buy this vehicle back. But unfortunately, I kind of discussed when I brought it into Canada, the Border Patrol said once it's exported from the US as a salvage vehicle, it's gone. It cannot be imported once again. Maybe there's a rule once it becomes a antique after, I think it's 15 years. I'd have to look that up. Maybe it can go back into the United States. So yeah, it was a great honor to talk with Jason, the previous owner, and get some history on this car that we've been stripping and tore apart. And I shared pictures with him, and he was hoping that somebody would rebuild this vehicle because he absolutely loved this car. So we have ourselves and one other viewer. So whoever that is, hopefully you shout out, say, oh, we got two more. Shout out, let us know where you're from. If your first time with us on the content, or if you've watched all our videos, let us know in the live chat. Yeah, so, then also with this vehicle, as we know, I fixed the e-brake actuator, and then I messed up that actuator by trying to calibrate it with my launch control, which has been great for us, really. But I do say, be careful if you do that, because I'm not the only YouTuber that has issues with calibrating the e-brake system. So maybe leave that to someone who's done it before, or maybe the maker of your vehicle. So anyway, we know. Then I sent off the ECU to a company overseas. Well, no, I didn't send it off. I got a computer file sent to me. And then I got that downloaded onto the ECU and put it in. And the fingers were crossed, toes were crossed. Dominic was praying and didn't work.
Couldn't work.
So those videos, you know what, I really don't know what we've all recorded, but, and I think that might be coming up. I do have a video that's slowly getting put together, but unfortunately it was a no-go.
Yeah.
So, and right now I'm just kind of, again, waiting for the budget to exceed or grow a little, and I'm looking for and one that works. So kind of a big topic when you're working on the Ferraris or any vehicle. It's trust, right? You have some of these folks that are offering you, I connected on Ferrari 458 Marketplace on, what is that? That app that we talk about. Anyways, well, it's actually on Facebook. So, and I had a lot of people reach out, oh, we got this part, we got that part. And a lot are overseas, over in Asia. And I'm scared on who to trust, because you're going to be spending $600 US, which is almost $1,000 up in Canada.
It's crazy.
Thank you, exchange. And it's a big worry of mine that, especially electronics, if I'm going to get it and it still has the same issue of not working, because I'm hoping once we get an e-brake actuator that works, it takes away the AVH, automatic vehicle hold, error that I still do get. Now, the previous owner, I know I'm rambling, Dominic's really talking too much.
Oh, it's just...
But the previous owner said he at times had traction control loss. And I do have that on this vehicle once in a while, but I do believe it's associated maybe with the tire size. So I did some research, found out I do have to go with the fronts have to be, I think they can remain the 488 size on the front to match the rims, but the back has to go back to the stock 458 tire size. I believe that's it. It could be reversed, but I'll talk about a little bit more when we get to that stage of this vehicle. But that will actually keep it within range for the speed sensors to accurately calculate rotation speed and so on. So the error could be there because of that. But he also mentioned in Dallas, Texas, that he was told there was an error in the selection button. So down on the console in the center, you have the R for reverse and the other selections, that there could have been a fault in some of those buttons. So if there's anybody who watches this later or knows about those errors, if they've had that, let us know. It's not a piece that's horribly expensive, but anything on the Ferrari is expensive, and our budget is zero at the moment, but it might be something that might also be involved in that AVH error. So it looks like we have 4 people watching. Ferrari 458, father and son, fixing a vehicle that we did have on the road. As you've seen, love it, great car, but it's back in pieces again. Really, it's just the tires are off of it, and like I mentioned previously in the chat, that we are waiting on a passenger front hub that has to be ordered yet because of budget issues.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, what do you want to talk about?
What about talk about my our merch, you know?
Oh, we don't really have much, Bert.
Oh,
so it's going to be a short topic.
Yeah.
I think if we get more followers, we'd love to get some more shirts out to folks. You know, these ones are getting worn out because they've been dirty and worn whenever we work on the car. So we definitely have to get some new stuff. We're going to be, hey, we're actually going on a trip to Disneyland here. We go down every Halloween and we go into disguise mode. We go we trick or treat at the big Oogie Boogie party. So
And he's Fat Thor,
so I go as
actually.
Fat Thor. You
So.
probably saw him on a short that we did a long time ago. But it's better. Hey, my Fat Thor costume was actually better received at Disneyland than it was on the short. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I have lots of people that come up and take pictures of myself. So, but we will walk around the parks on the non-holiday or Halloween time with Ferrari Rescue shirts and hats, and
We'll
so
maybe make a short about that. Fat Thor walking down the streets.
yeah, maybe you know what
Coming soon.
yeah, if that's what you guys want to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you know, I think last time we went to Disney, we had a few people. I think one or two people. They definitely read the shirt, and I think one
Yeah.
person actually asked us, you know, what it was about. But you know, of course, I think if we had the followers of Matt Armstrong or
Yeah.
Tavarish,
Yeah.
people would probably say, "Hey, we watch your YouTube channel." But with
Yeah.
217 and probably a few of those are our close friends and family. I don't think we're coming across too many people. So again, we do see that we do have a few people watching. Let
Thank
us know
you.
where you're from. You know, like we definitely want to connect with folks around the world, and let us know what's on your mind. Are you thinking about building a Ferrari yourself? Going to Copart, taking a look, seeing what it's all about. This is the real deal, man. It's about working your butt off, earning the money for the parts for these things, and working on it when you can. Because without the income, these projects are hard. And
Yeah.
I remember watching, you know, the YouTubers when they were first starting. You know, Matt Armstrong with his Lamborghini, the green one that he had. It wasn't when he was starting, but he was definitely it was definitely more on keeping in within the budgets. There was no fancy wheel purchases and upgrade exhausts. It was really just trying to keep those budgets as low as you can.
Yeah.
And it kind of watching those YouTube channels made us believe that we could do that too. We could take a Ferrari that is a gorgeous piece of equipment that gets trashed, wrecked, and rebuild those. And it was those videos that kind of made us inspire us to say, you know what, a normal family, father and son.
Yeah.
I'm a fireman. Anybody can do this if you really put your mind to it, and you know, have a bit of a budget saved up,
Yeah.
and knowing that it might take 2 years to do, where they could probably get this car done in what, 3 weeks?
Yeah. 3 weeks.
Or faster. You
A
know,
month.
they've
Yeah.
done these cars in 24 hours and then they throw it to paint. But unfortunately, we can't do that. And you know, so yeah, if anybody wants to shout out, if you're from the United States, you're from Canada, Europe,
UK.
yeah, UK, it might be a little bit late there. Definitely let us know where you're from. We're just rambling on here,
Yeah.
man. Like
We're we're just
we're just
father and
chilling
son.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just chilling out. You know, during the winter, I do have the old 944 Turbo. You might see that in the background. I'm trying to sell it right now, and I was going to reach out to TJ Hunt because they love the 944s. And mine, it's clean. It is clean, but it has a huge issue with the engine standalone system because I have one from like 2003 and it does not work at all and never really did well on that vehicle. So anybody out there in the marketplace for a beautiful 87 944 turbo, and it won't meet emissions, trust me. California might not work out for you, but I'm looking at selling it, or during the winter, while we take a break on this vehicle, it might be father and son Ferrari slash 944 turbo repair.
Yeah.
Love the car. I used to know that car. Man, I knew that car inside and out. I used to, before kids and getting married, I knew every nut and bolt on that for 944 turbo. And now I look at it and it's been a long time. I don't really drive it. I've maybe driven it, what, 300 kilometers in 3 years?
I remember me sitting next to you, you driving like
Aggressively.
yeah, aggressively, and it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun watching you manually
Yeah, go through the gears.
go through the gears. It was fun. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a scary car. It's not 458 speed, but yeah, the 944 turbo, it has that huge turbo leg, and it's basically hold on when that power band, that turbo kicks in. It's amazing. It's a fun car, and you just don't see many of them. We were in Germany in Braunschweig, and we came across the 944 Turbo on the street, and I had to get a picture with it because you just don't see them. And I've
yeah,
never been in Germany before, so to see my car over there was very exciting for me. So, yeah, no. So, yeah, going forward, guys, I wish I had better news, but it's uh, it's it's waiting for these parts or to be able to purchase them. I had a used one lined up at Euro Spares, and I believe it's Roger that helps me. I forget now. Sorry if I get that wrong. And he had a used parking brake ECU actuator, and it was I think it was 500 euro,
Hmm.
and or yeah, I think it was five. Anyways, it was going to be. It was actually a pretty good price for me. I think it was yeah, about actually it was $600 Canadian, which was great. I just didn't have the money to purchase it, and I just reached out a couple days ago and I said, hey, just by chance, is that available? And guess what?
no response.
It's gone.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. He sold it. So back to the drawing board. So if any viewers out there, trustworthy viewers, have a brake actuator for 458, I'm told the California is the same one, but it's a totally different part number. And I'm like, okay, it's a further, the parking brake cables are shorter, and is it programmed to tighten? I'm just worried about the programming of the ECU being different, and I'd hate to spend that kind of money on something that might not work or be recognized by this vehicle. So if you have experience with that actuator and the ECU, a lot of people say, no, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. Like I even see the Maseratis have the same parking brake actuator. So,
Yeah.
I kind of miss just parking brakes that you pull up a lever and it's done, right?
Yeah.
It's just so much easier than having to worry about a computer. So, but yeah, so besides that, yeah, you know what? We are just, we enjoy the other YouTube channels probably as much as anyone else that's watching, shares our love for vehicles. We watch, like we mentioned, Matt Armstrong is probably one of our favorite YouTubers right now.
Yeah.
Just him and his father, how well they get along, and
Yeah.
just the opportunity they have to work together is just simply amazing to watch. And
Yeah,
his,
and their video making is unbelievable.
yeah, it's
Like
stellar.
this, yeah, the storyline and how they work with the car. Like,
Yeah, and the
yeah,
voiceovers, he's definitely taken it to a next level. We're like, okay, do we try and do that? But it you kind of hate to take someone's blueprint of a video and put it to you,
yeah,
and then it looks too much the same. So we definitely do take some ideas from
yeah, and
Matt.
inspiration. Yeah,
Yeah, inspiration, and also Tavares. Lately he hasn't put as much videos out. Same with Radarosa Scott. Love his videos too. They're raw. They're a little simpler.
yeah,
They're definitely not as edited as Matt Armstrong's are, but
yeah.
I enjoy his personality. I also watch the Ninja, or no, what is it? Geez, I forget now. I'm losing my mind. But there's a gentleman who's rebuilding a McLaren. I thought it was the Inja.
Yeah,
And I enjoy his videos too. I find them pretty much like ours. I don't think he has the budget restraints that we do, but the difficulties of finding parts and trying to keep things as low budget as you can. I really relate to his videos also, just because I do sense there's that budget
yeah,
concerns that he might have. So, which is it's kind of nice to see where there is a budget concern. It just isn't. Oh well, when they start thinking, when you start talking that, 1,500 euros isn't a lot of money, it is a lot of money, but they can go out and get it. It kind of takes the the ability, the belief that we could do that,
Yeah.
because we just can't go out and spend that. At the start we did. Hey, we were flaking out the money just like no tomorrow. But now we got to pay for that. Right now it's catch up, and my wife, she wants this car gone once it's done, and we're like,
Yeah.
well, it would be nice to drive it a little bit,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's tough. So, it will take a while to sell. We know the markets are down a little bit. It's a salvage rebuild, but like I said, every inch of this car is being gone through and cleaned, vacuumed. It's showing great. So once we get this car painted
It's
by
yeah.
the place that we're going to, I think it's going to be better than just as good as showroom.
Yeah.
We have to get rid of. I do think a project in the winter we can discuss is getting rid of the sticky buttons. I don't know if I'm going to send those off or if we're going to try and fix those ourselves. Lots of videos on it. So I know Dan on Normal Guy Supercar, they had a great episode on repairing the sticky button issue. They had good success with it. So I might go that route, but I also might just do it absolutely properly, not buying new Ferrari parts, but taking it to Sticky Button RX, I think it's called, or there's another place that does them too. So, but anyway,
Yeah.
we would love to hear from you guys. I think we were as high as 7 people, and now we're back down to 2.
3 now.
Oh,
So
3.
thank
So
you.
that third person, hey, you just jumped on. Let us know where you're from. It would be great to hear from you. Also, you know what? Another channel Flying Wheels. I watched Craig on Flying Wheels, and him and his dad did a live YouTube, and I made some comments, and he actually mentioned our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
He didn't say he was going to watch it, but he did. Well, he thought it was an interesting idea. And then Paint Society. You don't watch Paint Society, but I do, because I think as I get older, I have painted cars in the past. It was never a great job. I did repair a Range Rover Evoque for my wife, but I just did spray can, and it turned out well. But I do love his videos, and he also mentioned Father and Son Ferrari Rescue, and thought that he did mention he was going to check us out. I don't know if I saw any new subs that day, but hey, if you're watching out, Paint Society, I love your channel. Give us a shout out. But anyway, I love your work, and I didn't know you were a school teacher, so I thought you did the painting as a full-time gig. So bow down to the school teacher. Great career. We're both in the public service. You teach, and unfortunately, I do probably teach a little bit, but I pick up, I guess. But hey, we both help out the public, which is a great career. But I love your content. You're a great painter, great educator, and just fabulous work that you're doing, teaching us all how to paint a car. I'm not going to paint this one though. If you want to come up to Canada and join us,
Yeah.
hey, come in. But I know you're a teacher, so you can't just get up and leave. But and you have probably better things to do. But I know you could probably knock this out of the park. Yeah, so we have parts all over the place. We have the bumper, we have fender liners, we have wheels on the
Let me
ground.
actually grab a part right now.
Oh yeah, what are you gonna grab?
This one.
Oh yeah, that's the fender liner. So that's not huge.
Oh,
But
that's what it looks like.
yeah, you guys know what a fender liner looks like. But yeah, the Ferrari is, like I said, this hub here, the driver's front, we did replace. Sorry, this chair is eating me alive here. So I got the bad chair. Dominic got the good chair.
Yeah, I got the
But anyway, yeah. So that's working. I forgot. You know what I did forget? I have to take this apart again. I forgot to put the brake cover plate on the backside, so I actually have to take the caliper off, undo the brake line. I don't know why. Ferrari, if you're watching, which I know you're probably not, but why? Why is your brake line a steel hard line into the caliper? It would be so much easier if it was a flexed line. Anyway, it makes my life miserable when I have to take that off. So anyway, I had to take that off and put that back on. So and then I can lock up this side. But I think if we don't get those parts soon, I'll probably put the vehicle back together. I won't put the bumper back on, but we might just move it off the lift and come back to it a little bit later. But we are going to try and continue to make content.
Yeah.
Let us know what you want to see. Like I said, I might tackle those sticky buttons. I know the driver's seat has a little bit of the upholstery coming away from the back carbon fiber. So I might take a look at that, even if I have to take it out and take it to the gentleman that did our door panels, or cards, as they say in the UK. Might get him to take a look at that. Also, the windshield is shattered on this car, as you have seen. I'd love to take that out and fool with some of the leather that's shrunk on the dashboard too. But I also don't want to take that out until the painting process. So kind of stuck on what happens there. But during the winter, this shop, we don't always keep it heated because, as we know, I know in the US, Canada, the cost of heat,
Expenses. Yeah. It's pretty huge.
Yeah, so I usually keep this shop down to about 7 degrees Celsius, which is, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it is a little chilly to work in. So when I do come in, I'll turn it up a shade, or I'll just wear a jacket. But during the winter here, it gets cold, and I just can't afford to keep the shop heated to a good 15, 17 degrees. So I do knock it down quite a bit. Dominic, I'm sad right now. We're down to one viewer, and that's only us. Nobody has said anything to us.
Come on. Okay, so we have 3 viewers.
Guys,
Subscribe, or
subscribe.
if you're already subscribed, please comment. Give on your opinions, questions about this Ferrari, anything. Just give us a question in the chats.
Let us know where you're from.
Yeah.
That's all we're wanting. So like I said, it's our first live. It's 37 minutes. It's quite long.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I could ramble on about this project forever, but I don't know how many people actually want to hear me ramble on about rebuilding this Ferrari. I would do it again in a heartbeat, but I think that might have to wait until I'm, well, maybe if we get a huge amount of subs. But I would love to do another one. Maybe a 458 again, or I wouldn't mind a 488.
Yeah.
I do like the 458 engines a little bit more, but I do like the look of the 488 also.
Yeah.
And it would be so much of the same process, so it would be enjoyable to be a little more comfortable in tearing the front end off and actually tackling it. And I think in hindsight, I could probably keep the build process a little bit cheaper, knowing a lot that I do know now. So that's what I meant. Like, if anybody's taking on this kind of project, just reach out.
Yeah.
We're here to help. Like I said, I did get a little bit of feedback a few times from Radarosa. So, that's been great. Other YouTubers, not so much. But, yeah, I envy the YouTube channels that collaborate together and help one another out. Man, I would love to have that support. We've been pretty lucky with some of the companies. The guy who fixed the wheels, he was an old friend from high school. But to be able to reach out to folks and get some help or direction on cheaper parts, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And another thing I would do if I had an endless amount of cash, if I did this again, I would buy a flood car for parts, because just big learning curve, especially up in Canada. If there's any Canadians that are trying to do this kind of project, it's the shipping, it's the duty, it's the taxes, it's a killer. The exchange rate,
It's just crazy.
It is crazy.
Like,
it is nuts.
yeah.
So anybody who rebuilds these cars down in the U.S., huge advantage over anybody in Canada. But we should have bought a parts car first, and then located a car that we wanted to rebuild. And I think that would have been a huge game changer, because you need a part. It's in the same shop, just like Matt did with the Rolls Royce. Instead of nickel and diming for every little part, nut and bolt. And then you also know your measurements that you're trying to achieve. It would have been a lot easier. So yeah, in hindsight, parts car, purchase first, and then look. And then if you can find a front damaged vehicle and a rear damaged vehicle, so you can actually probably build two out of the one. So
Yeah.
that might be something we do down the road. Yeah, so I do watch Hoovie's Garage once in a while. I do hope, I enjoy the content, but I do hope he starts wrenching a little bit more himself once he gets the shop done. I know Car Wizard that's another show I watch, Car Wizard. But I would like to see, it would be great to see Hoovie do a little bit of work on his own vehicles.
Yeah.
Maybe call a friend at home when he needs help with the Car Wizard, that kind of thing. I don't know if you watch Hoovie's Garage that much.
Yeah. Well, I think I watched one video, but
Yeah.
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 But anyways, you'll see more live streams coming soon.
Yeah.
So-
Hopefully it's been fun, but it's been 40 minutes, and we have one viewer right now, which would be us. But at times we did have 5 or 7. So
Yeah.
maybe next time we can get a little more people to chat with us.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you throw some suggestions to us, maybe we can do more of a walk around the vehicle, kind
Yeah.
of discuss what we're going to do. Maybe the next live feed that we do, we'll have an update on some more parts that we do, and yeah, kind of go from there. So until then, guys, I wish we could have had a little more of a chat with the audience. Like I said, it'd be great to know where everybody's from. Just connect with as many folks as we can that love the Ferrari brand. Man, I was watching the trials today, and the Ferrari went into the wall. Sad sight to see. But I just thought of the cost. Ooh. But it was an F1 car, so it's they fix it. It's not it's their expense, not ours. But anyway, we'll leave you with that. People that love the Ferrari brand or are looking to build a supercar from Copart, watch our content and see what it's really like to struggle with a budget, learn this car as we go, spend some time with my son. He, like I said, just got his learner's permit. So once this car gets up and running, he will not have a chance to drive this car because...
Disappointment.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
But we'll see.
But shout out to my buddy Dale. He just let me know he bought a 95 NSX. Looks beautiful.
Shout out, Dale.
Yeah, awesome purchase. I'm jealous. I said maybe one day when we get this Ferrari down, him and I and our wives can maybe go on a road trip to the mountains real quick and show the love of the cars that we do have. So, but shout out to Dale. Good purchase. The NSX is a pure. You know what? I didn't know they were that costly. Back in the day, they'd kind of fallen from grace, but now they seem to be the car to get. So yeah, good investment, I think. So other than that, we do have 4 people online right now. If you want us to stick around longer, shout out to us. But I think we're about to sign off. We appreciate your time. Sorry it was a rambling session. I can talk your ear off. I'm a talker. But yeah, we're hoping to get a new video out soon. And
maybe a new live stream next weekend.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, my schedule's pretty booked up. But until then, guys, yeah, live your dreams. Look at the cars at Copart, and if you
And go spend some money.
yeah, spend some money and work a lot, a lot of hours to pay for these outrageous parts. But I said I would do it again in a heartbeat. I love the Ferrari brand, and it's just been it's been a lot of fun, but a lot of stress also. But if you have any questions about the process of importing a car into Canada that's a salvage vehicle, or just anything 458, we'll help you out as much as we can. Okay, until then, thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for watching this live stream.
Yeah, have a good night.